Lo and behold, there is a Lewis here, and he is gold. Salutations, class, and welcome back. Tonight is something we haven't done in a while, and that is Guilty Gear in the 8 p.m. slot on Friday. I've been learning a couple more tricks in my time off from this game, and I'd like to show them to you today. We will also be running a lot of open lobbies if anyone would like a match, or some matchup experience. I'm open as always to give advice wherever necessary. So let's begin. So those of you who have watched me playing Gold Lewis enough, I have one tendency to get wake up DP'd a lot because I don't time my wake up options very well. I also focus a bit too hard on trying to set up a drone whenever I get my knockdown. That is usually better reserved for whenever I happen to have a level 3 drone to throw out. What I'm going to show you here is my recent attempts to practice the safe jump with JH on Gold Lewis, a lot more reliably, off of a jump into an air dash. My favorite music, my favorite stage, and my favorite character. So simple enough, if we ever actually do get a throw in neutral, that is a good chance for us to start our Okizeme. Normally, I'd be doing drone, which is a very good option in most cases, but I'd like to save that for whenever I have a max power drone, which will give us the most amount of lockout that we can muster. Otherwise, a far more reliable thing to be doing is a jump air dash JH. This sets up a safe jump if we time it correctly. And that should be, if we jump immediately, it should be right after the apex of our jump. So, one way you can test this is by setting your opponent to do a random recovery. And then the thing you're wanting to measure is doing it against someone who has a good DP. In fact, I think we'll use Leo for this, as he has the best DP in the game. As well as the fastest, I believe. I'll need to look at the frame data. Actually, let me do that real quick while I wait for this loading screen. I do believe Leo's DP, or more essentially a flash kick, is 7 frames. If it's not the fastest, I know it is the widest. Startup 7 frames on the light version. Let's compare it to Kai's. Look up the frame data for that. Vapor Thrust 11, so it's actually not the one you want to be practicing on. And Soul Bad Guy also has 7. So you'll generally want to practice it on Leo or Soul. Those will give you the best chances to analyze your frame data. What we want to do here is set him to counterattack on Wake Up with either Eisensturm or a throw. Either or. The idea behind a safe jump is that you're supposed to have a hitbox out on the first frame that your opponent is getting up, but you touch the ground immediately afterwards. The best possible safe jump will have a hitbox over your opponent for the one frame that they're vulnerable after waking up, and then you'll land immediately afterwards. That lets you hit them if they try to attack back, but lets you guard on the ground if they pass through your attack using invincibility from a DP. I think 7 frames is actually the shortest amount of invulnerability anyone gets, even including supers, so practicing it here on Leo's DP will be our best course of action. If you land, you'll be able to block their DP and then punish them accordingly, so let's give that a try. And there we go. You'll notice he did the wake up throw there because I set him to do that. So, what we are testing here is we have 2 conditions. 1, we want to have a hitbox out when they're getting up. Z, welcome. I'm talking about safe jumps here. And I've actually been practicing a Gold Lewis safe jump, which I'll really be trying to use a lot. Condition 1 is if they try to wake up with the fastest possible button, in this case a throw, or for some characters they can do a 3-4 frame jab, but you'll probably want to be close enough that you can continue pressure afterwards, so throw will generally be the fastest option anyone has. You'll want to have a hitbox out to prevent that from happening. The other thing is, if they DP, they'll pass through your attack with their invincibility, and so you want to be able to block that. What we are looking for here is either a counter hit on the opponent's wake up, which means they threw and we hit them, or a DP that we have time to block. We fail the safe jump if either we get grabbed or we get hit by the DP. In the case of the grab, that means we landed too early and our hitbox was not out, and so the small amount of lag time we have from landing, they managed to grab us through. If we get hit by the DP, that means we did it too late, and we are still in the air by the time the DP comes out. So, grab, jump. There we go. That one at least was not too early, but we have no way to determine if that was possibly too late. It is possible for us to have still been in the air for a few more frames if we happen to hit them with a grab. So, in order to measure the amount of proper safe jump timing that you have, you want to do this over and over again, as you do with all training exercises, and reliably get to the point where you get both blocking the DP and not getting grabbed. That was too early. It is right after the apex of the jump. Get another throw. I wonder what our best punish option is for that. I think our standard combo works. Let's give it a try. Too early. And that's right, that's the other thing I forgot to mention about it specifically. Kayla, hello. Not expecting you to be here because it's past 6 p.m., but I'm here. I've mostly been stuck to the 6 p.m. schedule, but today I did know there was another fighting game tournament, and I didn't want to be streaming that at the same time in case anyone else wanted to show up for Guilty Gear. Sarina, who I did play Halo Infinite with on Monday, is actually running a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tourney right now. As well, I figure on a Friday night, anyone looking to play Guilty Gear would be showing up at a later bracket. 6 p.m. is usually a good time for if someone's coming home from work and they have their food, they've had their shower or whatever, and they want something to relax with while they have dinner in the show or relax for the evening. Friday and Saturday are both party nights, in which I can consider a later time bracket a lot more usable. In fact, before I was on here, I checked Twitch, and about 7 of the people I follow were streaming, and that's the largest number I've seen. So everyone else is streaming at this point, which means everyone's looking for a stream. Not a complete punish there, because we do not get a combo into the 4-8-6 off of the close slash. So what we want to try to do, and this is something we have to practice with our muscle memory, throw, safe jump, and then start this combo, which you should all recognize. Although I need to get the timing down on that dash to catch them with the 2S. Too late, or... Right, I was stuck on a tangent. You need to be able to react to your safe jump to get the most proper punish. You also need to be holding down and back, or the 1 input for our numpad fanatics. That way you automatically block on wake up. So you need to really pay attention and get used to doing that. Too early. And that was also too early on the second part of that combo. We want to be able to knock our opponent straight down instead of forward. Also not optimal. We could practice with 2K, 2D, and then 6-8-4, which does set us up for another safe jump. And there's you a punish. Although in that case we didn't have enough time to follow up on the wall break. Perfect. And we can start another safe jump off of that. Whenever you get a 6-8-4, that gives you a chance to do even more Okizeme afterwards. That was too late because we were hit. You saw the punish on the right, which means that Leo hit us while we were still in the air. Ah, need to get the muscle memory down on that properly. Need to get the dash input in there perfectly as well. I think in this case, we might not actually be able to get a dash from the 2S, because in this case... yeah, he doesn't bounce off nearly as much, probably because the JH. Use default keybinds. I don't think quite. Let's see, I am playing on a Nintendo Switch gamepad, so... I'll run through the game... yeah, I don't think it's default, because I have... R2 set to dash. Everything else I think is default from what the game normally assigns. Let's see, button settings. Alright, here we actually have a good chance to look at it. So, 12 o'clock button slash... I think this is actually the same setup as what you'd find on a default PlayStation controller. PKSH in that arrangement. R1 is dust, R2 is dash, which... I think I actually inherited that from a bit of Smash Brothers, because that is used as the air dodge button, and I'd be using that for wave dashing. Other than that, RC is on L1 as always, and then taunt is on L2. Everything else seems to be pretty standard. You take some offense to Leo being labbed on. The reason we're doing that is because he ties for the fastest CP. So, if you'd like, I can practice on Soul Bad Guy instead. Or anyone that has a 7-frame reversal, as that is the tie for the fastest in the game. Maybe orange juice isn't the best thing to be drinking. Thought you were using a keyboard. Well, if I was, you'd be... oh, wow. The noise cancelling on OBS is exceptional. I'll have to tell Dr. Cave about that. He was mentioning it earlier. Shika, welcome. I was going through safe jumps in Gold Lewis's setup. You're here to do this. I'm willing to host an open lobby at any time if you're interested. There we go. There's our perfect punish. You'll see we had enough time to block that DP. Another thing we're looking out for is getting the 6-8-4 safe jump, which is common enough. Too late, so we'll need to be a bit more proactive. And we can do other sort of nonsense there. Now, the easier punish is making sure you land early enough for being able to block the DP. You have a lot more leniency there. The really big issue is you want to make sure you time it to where you do not get grabbed on wake up, because that one is a lot harder to avoid, and you immediately lose your turn and get set up for your own punishes, or possibly even other safe jumps against you. Here thou art down for a few sets, good sir. Let's do this. I will set up a lobby in case anyone else will be showing up in time. And to make sure we're not interrupted by anyone else. See if I can get some safe jump practice in. Let's see, create your own room. Heads up from Philippines. Well, we'll put that rollback netcode through a test here. Rounds to victory 2, room capacity. I'll do anything here. Simultaneous matches. Good enough. Rotation rule rematch. Region setting, all region. I think that'll work. So, specific search ID. I will put this up in the text here. Wish you were in NA. Philippines is really bad in net play anywhere. I actually have a lot of friends who play in Philippines. And a couple of Indonesian friends as well. I'm surprised how many of my friends are actually... I think, actually. Yeah, I have more fighting game friends from the Philippines, Indonesia, than I do in Australia, for example, which you'd expect there to be more fighting game players in. Nev, just here to watch Xander, but beat the crap out of people while you eat. Well, as I said earlier in the stream, dinner in the show. Room ID. Text, make that visible. Give me an outline. Outline color. White and then black in the middle. Looks good enough. GSPFQR. I thought I told you to have an outline. Oh, it has the inside color set to the same. Change that to a much more visible black. Wait, no, that's right. Oh wait, no, we're good. Just make that outline bigger. I see you did arrive. Let me just make sure this is set up then. I think a good 48 should work. 72. Buff it up a bit more, make it more visible. There we go, that looks very readable, like right there. Leave that down in the other corner. You may join if you're still in there after you're done cooking. I plan on going for a while. Oh, right, hold on. I'm set to Soul Bad Guy right now, let me fix that. Rock and roll, let's go. Ah, I didn't mention open lobbies on the Twitch channel. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. You asked for matches in Twitter a few days back. Glad to see you. Hope you can get in some good Gold Lewis practice here. Ah, that's doable. Ooh, got him. Drone out, which is not responsible against Chip. He actually has enough time to run up and DP after you burst him. Wanna see robbery? Well, that's a robbery in one direction. I like it. Alright, I'll have to warm up a bit. Oh, that is definitely faster. A little too eager, wasn't I? Excellent Chip, I need the practice. Roger that, I like it. I don't fight enough Chips. I normally do best 3 out of 5 actually in these sort of sets, but I don't think people are used to it. Definitely seems a lot more doable. Got him. Ah, just a little bit too far range. If I didn't FD, that actually might have hit. I'll admit, the jittery frame rate actually makes it a little difficult to react to those mix-ups, but let's do it. Love it. Love it. Oh, wow. I didn't realize his health was that low yet. I was ready to do the full Twitter combo. Kind of cathartic to see me get beat up, huh? Why aren't you here for the streams more often, then? Chip, be like that. Ooh, nice one. Ah, I was churning butter and missed it. So you see, we did get our proper safe jump there. Let's see if this works. Nope. Nice one. God, so close. Almost. Then again, he could be at half his life bar and it would technically be so close. Ah, spice it up. I'm gonna have to do a lot more reacting. Or predicting. Knocks them too far back to actually combo into the 2D. Nice one. Wow, Chip really does have permission to just do anything he wants. I think that actually hit him during the landing frames. You pressed. Those 6Ks, I swear. Ah, should've just 6-8-4'd again. That was an improperly timed safe jump because he was able to just jump out of that. So that's another little bit we gotta practice. Ooh, almost. That's actually one thing I need to look up. I need to see if Alpha Blade is plus after the cross-up. Or minus. Ooh, perfectly timed 6p.
Mr. President, hello? Hello?
Ooh, this is a good set. Alpha Blade is -2 grounded. Noted. Although, Gold Lewis doesn't really have the buttons to challenge that, does he? I'm glad that they buffed his 2p though. We can jump to get out of that mix-up. Ah, there's the command grab. I've been waiting for that. Wrong, Behemoth Typhoon. It's just all the schmicks. And the perfect read. I can never read that jump 2K.
That didn't even kill much time.
Luckily, if I'm on the right side, Gold Lewis's 2p, or 6p, is perfectly set up to actually hit it. I love this. Love it. Johnny and plus R, well that makes a lot of sense. I suppose this is the closest you have to getting sort of nutty button presses and combos in this game. Something you personally learned about him, he's always attacking. Just wait until the perfect amount of blocks to confuse him. Only way you win. I am trying to win neutral too much with a character that doesn't have neutral. That 2D. Oh, that's disappointing me so much. Alright, I love it. Really like this chip. I'd invite you to play plus R, but I'm not actually good at plus R. I hadn't labbed it in a long time. I think Chip's hate is being blocked a ton. That's a nice PRC. Whew. That throw. Should have 5K'd.
Yes, hello?
It's either one of us getting stomped back and forth. This is wild.
Well, it's just
He also played some Tekken. I haven't played enough to say I'm good at it, but if I ever did, which might happen on here, it'd be Yoshimitsu all day for me. So good. Ah, thought I was close enough. Rollback said otherwise. Almost. Still getting the wrong Behemoth Typhoon. I'm trying to do 6-8 port, which would have been perfect for what I'm trying to do. Excellent frame trap there.
go be a ninja.
Alright, just need a lot more patient blocking, although it's mostly frame traps. I had the read, but not the distance. I think I actually jumped because I don't remember hitting a button. I think I jumped right into that. Perfect. Whoops. I practice a lot of my anti-jumping block strings because I really hate fighting Maze and Ramlethals who do a lot of that. Ooh, almost. Oh, wow. Oh, come on. That was the perfect read. Close enough.
Consider your boy scouted.
Enjoying the show, Broham? Do you want to play Chip now?
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Like so. I did not do my jump H at the right time. Yeah, Chip has some of the most versatile combos in the game. He just gets to do anything.
My mind clean. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Ooh, almost. Maybe I'll go super jump instead. Perfect. Not actually a perfect, but
Go be a ninja.
perfect match. I like this. This is fun. GG's. GG's indeed. Momentary breather. Yeah, I think both of us could use one. Ew. Holding my breath through pretty much that entire time. Ah, I see. Broham has decided to join us. Broham, would you like to do a few matches? With either one of us, I'd say. I love this game. Think you can grow with this? I'm looking forward to it. I don't stream this game as often as I used to, since I started picking up a few more games, but I have gotten close to finishing a number of the games that I've had set up before. And once my schedule is freed up, you'll decimate either. Bring it. Alright, I'll let you be player one. You can pick the music and the stage. Just double check. Make sure you have your music on. But yeah, I am absolutely eager to give anyone some Gold Lewis experience because I need to practice myself. You'll see how often I get counter hit in the corner because I'm a little impatient with my block strings. Once I really get into the proper execution and mindset to get my defense in the corner, which is where I spend most of my time, I can probably take it pretty far. I know Gobo just won the Red Bull tournament. Was he still using Gold Lewis then? I didn't actually watch any of the tournament myself. Although if I did want some Gold Lewis practice, Gobo would be excellent. These past couple of weeks that I haven't been streaming Guilty Gear, I have been playing it. And I've been watching a YouTuber by the name of Backpack, but it's spelled B-A-C-C, Pack. He actually has some really good Gold Lewis guides. Here we go. Close. I was hoping I'd be able to get that. Ah, interesting. I ran up and hit block. But you learn from facing Gold Lewis, never let them get any breathing room. That is absolutely true. He has the horrible neutral and even worse defense. If you get in the corner or the right side, you're done, which is why you try to set yourself. I'm actually trying to practice things on both sides, so I don't really think I have a better side in this game. And I actually think that was the proper safe jump setup right there. You'll see we landed immediately afterwards, so I think that was perfect.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
While you set yourself up to your better side, yeah. I know in Exard I actually play Heihun, and those very weird execution, the very weird execution you need for those kick loops, I think I do better facing left than I do facing right. A little cheeky with that gold burst, aren't you? And here we go.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
You're gonna learn real quick, Broham. Because that's pretty cringe. DPing on wake up every time. I should learn Leo. I'll actually have some good things I can teach you. DPs are another weakness. I was waiting for it. Game cheats. Can't face a Kai for the life of me. Kai is another one of my weaknesses, actually. I was kicked out of the Western VTuber fighting game tournament a couple of weeks ago from fighting Inferno Chin, who is or at least when I was fighting him, he was playing Kai. Oh, darn it. That was the Twitter clip. That was the Twitter combo, 300 damage. He always plays Kai. Ah, you do know him. Yeah, he's the one who kicked me out of the tournament. The first one I fought was, I already forgot his name, but he was the chip that won the tournament. Perfect. Votum! Yeah, he was the guy that I lost my first round to. Picked a few tricks from the both of them. Well, ever since then I actually have been participating a lot more in the VFGC situation, and I'm hoping to learn from anyone. I don't know anyone else that plays Gold Lewis, though. Off the top of your head, do you? There's a guy actually named Lewis who plays Gold? Or... know someone, but not sure if they're part of the VFGC. Well, I'd certainly love having that honor if I was the sole Gold Lewis maiden in VFGC. A little eager to get back into your back turn, aren't you? Ooh, perfect distance. Wrong one. Thanks for the meter. I think I'm too far. You had enough time to block anyway. Mizuno and Neo. I'll have to give him a talk.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
That clash. Oh, he was waiting for it. Remember, this Leo never respects pressure. Of course, I have to assert myself as the best Gold Lewis in the VFGC at the very least. Well, there you go. You got one. If the Leo's scared, something's wrong. Well, yeah, he's Leo. He gets to do whatever the hell he wants. Come on. You are getting better with your mix-ups, Broham. What if I did this? Or not hit the burst button at all? I was pulling out the minigun. Excellent. Well, there we just witnessed a robbery. Have you been labbing? You're doing a lot better this time. Really? Missed. Ooh, does this hit? That is such a weird 6p. You almost see the alien's hand go straight through someone.
Only two things in this world are insurmountable. A mother's recipe and my genius.
Leo literally dropping a yo mama joke in here. The rivalry is real. One of these days I'll actually know what that thing looks like. Or get hit by it again. Oh, he went for the grab. Sure, I'll take it. I was hoping I'd be just out of range of that. Aw, that was about to be the Twitter combo.
Mr. President,
I like this. We're having a very even night altogether. Nope. Have some butter. That is the biggest oop, I'd say. Yes, I do want to do the Twitter combo. It's 300 damage. Don't get overconfident now. Not quite. Oh, he saw that wall break coming. He did not want to be part of it. Is it practical? Oh, it's absolutely practical. The Twitter combo is completely practical. It's the optimal damage punish you can get if you actually get someone in the corner. The issue is you have to get someone in the corner and get the full punish on them. Broham did not want that wall break. I love it. The grab break. Done. Can we do training rooms in here? I did want to show that off for anyone who wasn't familiar with it. Stand by in training mode, although I don't know if this actually sets us up for another match or not. By the way, I think I actually got a better setup for the Twitter combo, which makes it even easier to score the 3 drones on the attack. So you need to have them in the corner here, and you can usually do it off of a burst read. Most importantly, it functions as a DP punish, I think. I think he's still set to DP on Wake Up. No, he's not. So, counterattack. Vapor Thrust. Oh, nope, that should have been Close Slash. Nope, wrong one there. Looks like I still need to practice it. And it's still the Far Slash there, huh? Alright, we'll try it off with the 2H instead. Did we get it? Full damage, 3 drones. 311! So there it is. You can get it off of a DP or DP punish in the corner or a burst read. Such as... let's say 1 there. Oh, nope, wrong one. Looks like I still need to practice the muscle memory for it. Need to get a Close Slash off the first one. And remember the burst read. Clean. 306. Oh, right, we used 5H instead of 2H. 2H is actually slightly better, but it's a bit more difficult to land. And it won't hit if they're near the ground. You want to see an ultra combo? This isn't Street Fighter 4, I'm afraid. You'd be hella dead if you even got hit by that. I don't know if you'd even be able to get to the super. You know what, just for a laugh. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Save your burst for later, Kai. While that loading screen goes, I'm going to get a glass of water real quick. Alright, let's run it by again. Where's my mouse? Okay, I'm still in game. This'll work. Yeah, he's still set to burst. So, see if we can get a knockdown on him. Right, I was practicing this on Chip. Too early. Ah, so we will have to block that hit then. So, if you've taken basically any damage so far, that's going to be a kill. Gauge settings. Let's assume that Chip's taken a little bit of damage. 80% should work. Oh, wrong one. We can still salvage this. Close enough. Doesn't he have the fastest jab? If so, why risk anything but jabbing? Throw is 1 frame faster than jab. Everyone has a 2-frame throw in this game, which is why it seems to come out so immediately. And the DP is actually a DP, so if they don't have a proper safe jump, you get to win a trade. Still too early. Jab is -2. I think just about everyone else's is -2. Yep, not close enough. I'm gonna need to remember. Just block that burst. It's accentuated with him since it whiffs crouchers. Interesting! Okay, so it doesn't kill from 80%, but you can say 25%. And, I mean, you can also say build him up a little bit of risk. Like, even just 20, I think, would do enough. And too late. Right, I'm gonna have to remember, keep being ready to block that. I don't practice my safe jumps enough with this character. Okay, if he has even a little bit of risk, it's gonna kill, but I didn't get the super on that. So, there you go. Wow, just a little bit of risk will work. As well, if he's set to guard everything. You see how incredibly quickly that builds. So, if he's been blocking anything, and something I've noticed Sheikah here doing quite a number of times is jumping, so let's say set him to guard everything, counterattack, don't throw or beta blade, but instead jump. Guard only first hit, let's say. Disable the psych burst, what else? No risk. So I'd say get him down onto wake up. Oh, wait. Damage him a little bit so it goes down. I thought he was set to counterattack. Oh, right. Jump. There we go. That one's a frame trap, so if I did this... Oh, wow. Oh, wait, after blocking, that's why. I wonder, does that frame trap? It does hit him if he's trying to jump. No, wait. Opponent status, just block everything. Ah, so he can jump out of that. But you'll see how quickly that builds his risk gauge. Let's start it back to default again. Yeah, and then if he's opened up at any point during here for the Twitter combo. Didn't get the timing on that, but I think you get the point. So, anyone ready for a few more matches? I would definitely like to see you two have a go at it. You still here, Broham? 2 players in lobby.
Are you ready?
See how it happens now when I have my music playing. Oh right, I don't have 6 Black Heaven's Guns playing. I tried churning butter in the middle of that. Am I still alive? I am. I tried to RC in neutral. You'll see how quick I am about doing that, even when it's not going to work. Love it. Oh, wow, that was some damage. What was that? Was that 20% of his health? I don't have enough time to do the Twitter combo. Not that I would have needed it. Not at that point. Ah, what an absolute joy this game is. I mix Xard. I can definitely handle this game a lot better than Xard. A little bit too eager on my defense. Stubby normals. Almost. Oh, you see that burst. Need more Xard practice, but man, as fun as Strive is, it's not even close. When you try to FD and end up hitting your jab button instead. Yeah, Xard's still my favorite. The instant it gets rollback netcode, if it ever does, even through a community mod, or an official patch if Rev 3 ever happens, even though it's not going to score that much money, I don't know if they'd ever pick this game up again. I was already blocking the other direction. -6, but it has enough pushback to where it can frame trap a lot of situations. Timing's off. Ah, the whiffed grab into whiffed grab. Or whiffed grab into hitting grab. That just completely confused me for the remainder of that match. Ooh, the DP on Wake Up. I was waiting for it. Hold your breath. I keep thinking I can actually try to score a jab after that, or a grab after that jump 2K, but it's not close enough. Looks like there's barely not enough time for it either. Get out of that habit, I should. Why did I become Yoda? They nerfed J2K. I was holding my breath that entire match. Yeah. Can't have a moment to breathe versus Chip. Perfect. Really should be ready to 6P a lot more whenever someone jumps over that drone. Or maybe even a cheeky 2H on a proper read. Perfect setup. I actually wish I had an unthrowable 2K like that. Ah, so close. Maybe I should have done a 5P instead.
Didn't even kill much time.
Duel 1. Let's rock. No more fooling around. That was nothing.
Just churn butter. Go be a ninja, he says.
Duel 2.
That reminds me, when did I set it back to English? Aw. Phew, figured that one out.
Erica? Consider your boy scouted.
Consider your boy scouted.
That they can. Duel 1. Let's rock. You're up.
He was still in the air for that one, so I couldn't grab him.
Making a strategic
Hmm. Maybe more JH in the corner instead of jump dust, since it will be a lot more likely to catch someone who's trying to get their way back in. Right. Gamma Blade is +6. At its least plus. Just gun him down. All your work. Exactly. Oh. Yep, there's the best air button in the game.
Hello? Wrong number. Mankind
Now you know the feel.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
1 minute? Our games don't even last 1 minute. Too short to be hit by 5P, so that basically doesn't ever work on him. Oh, let's see what this does.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Good DP. Ooh, almost. Ah, I hit burst. And didn't seem like it came out. Panicking. Whew. All it takes. This is fun. I love this matchup. And it's pretty even, too. Screwed the RPS up. Just with the very tip. Remember, gotta block. Ooh, nice RC. Every Gold Lewis knows how to 360 like any other grappler. Even if he's not a grappler.
So instead of reflecting on myself, duel one. Let's rock.
Ah, the run up and grab. Love it. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Attack with enough damage to kill 2 chips. Twitter clip or Twitter combo, but not enough health for that. Ship would have been dead twice over by then. One thing you learn to do a lot with Gold Lewis is read bursts. I can block this entire match. Tried looking for an opening.
Duel two. Let's rock.
Oh, I tried. Damn, that's scary. Almost had a chance there. I would have hoped that the 248 would have hit, but that completely whiffed and lost me the match.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Got the burst read.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
I was hoping I'd be able to two-piece something there. And setting up the anti-jump frame trap.
Yes, hello? Pizza? I didn't order any pizza. Man,
7-5. What a riot.
let's rock.
Yeah, that's just generally not gonna work against Chip. He has way too much aerial mobility. He did say he was from Philippines. That would be why all the rollback's happening. We've got a long distance fight going here. But this is literally the other side of the planet and it's working just fine. I was hoping there was just enough room for me to grab in there. That is such a cool super. I never see Chips using that one enough. They're putting you to sleep, huh? Those cross-ups are so weird. I should definitely get used to using Gold Lewis's 268 and 248 against chips that are trying to be over my head. Maybe 268. I suppose given how universal those control stick spins are, I could be facing either direction, and I'll get a very similarly functioning attack.
Mankind knew that
Chips don't use it because it does too little damage, however, you like using meter to use it.
on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
I've had a similar experience to that, and I forgot what it was. There was one character I always used the inefficient super with.
Each sentence should begin and end with sir.
Used it when you know someone's backdashing you on wall break. Free damage.
Duel 1.
I love anti-backdash techs, that's why I'm so often using 5k for Oki. And wall break.
Kidding me.
Churn and butter. Must have ended up in a jump at some point. Missed my perfect safe jump setup, which would have countered that exact DP. All the more reason for me to practice. Ooh, almost. Well done.
That didn't even kill much time.
I'm certainly getting my breathing workouts. I was thinking I could have gotten grabbed there. And there's the KO.
My mind clean.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Too far. Might as well. Ooh, not quite. Command grab on wake up. Well, ain't that big brain? I was expecting a DP and you got the perfect read there.
Wins.
Well, that one hurts. Oh, that was an accident. It certainly feels like it. You were trying to DP. We all make those mistakes. Take pride in it. Always remember, be ready to block, because they're not going to respect it every single time.
Making a strategic retreat. Slap.
I really like that conversion into the wall combo every single time. It's really funny. Yeah, doesn't look like there's enough time to get a grab in there. Darn.
That didn't even kill much time.
Yeah, I'm having to hold my breath through any and all of that blocking.
Mankind knew.
Always trying to look for a spot. Oh, there's the DP. Phew. Yeah, I'm really just running out of breath this entire time. I should have finished it with a 6-2-4. And I'm gonna lose for that one. Yep, 6-2-4 would have finished it, but I went for the very long 4-2-6 instead. Guess I should always pay attention to that health bar.
Mankind.
Well, if that was the first to 10, congratulations on your win there.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Not enough health for the Twitter combo.
Mr. President, hello.
I'm having a blast.
Wrong number.
I really should invade a lot more people's... apparently you're one of the few Filipino chips. Interesting. I thought the fighting game scene down there was a lot bigger than I might have known. At least the ones that are awake in day... Oh, well, yeah, that would make sense. It would be something akin to afternoon there, wouldn't it? Most of the real chips are at night on a caffeine streak. One joke I've actually said on this channel a number of times is... I'm under the impression that most chips are on crack instead. jumping all over the place. Never. I mean, I can't even get a breather in the middle of that match. I mean, it really feels like it. There's some chips that I've seen that do some really, really wild and absurd things. That backpack guy I mentioned, I'll have to find that video. But there was one moment where he was in a similar situation, Gold Lewis versus Chip, and was hard red and command grabbed on Wake Up. You know, not anything, surprisingly, just the power of sponsored trademark water. I'm usually doing a bit of G Fuel before streams myself, but I've gone back on that, given that it tends to keep me up at night. But I have been waking up a lot earlier, and I take it in the morning. Essentially, it's a cup of coffee. Not that it has any sort of special endorsement from me. Yeah, I can't find it. Yep, I can't find that video. Darn. I wanted the wake up command grab from Chip. Coffee's bad for your heart, so you only take it on boring work days just to get your focus on work. I'm trying to cut down on the coffee myself. I used to drink 2 cups in the morning a day, but that was when I was getting a lot less sleep at night. Nowadays, I just try to go without. Or do the G Fuel instead. I think that's a little bit healthier. No way it has nearly as much caffeine as coffee would. Allegedly some other stuff about having a bunch of vitamins and whatever, but meh. Nothing like pumping iron and learning combos. I don't do enough working. I mean, you see the VTuber model. I'm a scientist. I don't do enough working out, but suppose I can get to it. Sadly, I spend way too many nights having, well, friendlies until 2 AM doing Guilty Gear, which, if I cut that out, I might be able to get to it. G Fuel contains about 800%. Hold on. I thought it was just 200. I gotta look that one up. $600% on what I had. 2,500%. I'll have to look through those again. What a mess. However, Xander Science Corner again. Oh, I looked at B. I didn't see any 4 digits on there. Let's see. Exactly, Xander Science Corner a little here. So the important thing to know about vitamins is that they are water-soluble instead of fat-soluble. That means that when they are stored in your body, they're stored in water as opposed to fat, and easily enough, they're flushed right out of the body very soon. Which is actually why you don't get any extra benefit from taking excessive vitamins. You know, those vitamins to get whatever stuff you're deficient in. Most of that stuff is water soluble, so a bunch of people come to the conclusion of, oh, if I take extra, I'll get healthier faster. It doesn't actually work like that because it doesn't get stored in your body. Caffeine, I believe, is a lipid. Stimulates both lipolysis and energy expenditure. Oh god, your STEM classes help you understand this. Well, as of the namesake Turing, I am a computer scientist myself. I don't know about caffeine-specific interaction. What is it? All these searching links aren't giving me what I know. Essentially, there shouldn't be any negative health effects of consuming too many vitamins, right? Unless it leads you to doing something irresponsible. Point there being, having 600% of your daily need of vitamin B6 shouldn't be murdering me, should it? Who knows? I'll definitely have to get to working out regardless. And in 3 years' time, instead Xander's going to be swole. I'm going to look like a Guilty Gear character in 3 years. Think dependency is a health effect. Funny enough, I've never considered myself having a dependency on it. I suppose I can get to a lot of the other... yeah, dependency or deficiency is definitely an issue. I haven't been able to get an addiction to this stuff yet. I actually haven't taken it all... I had some on Monday, but haven't taken it all week otherwise. Beforehand, I actually did find that I was suffering from a caffeine addiction from 2 cups a day. And it was after that point that I realized, yeah, I gotta cut this stuff back. Issue being that I wasn't feeling any bad effects. I wasn't having any excess tiredness except from during the week, in which I'm already tired anyway. Xander has to get up at 7 a.m. for work, and he doesn't like that. Not that 7 a.m. is particularly bad, but I have to be at work at 8, so I'd say if I'm up before 9, I am very cranky all day and less pleasant to listen to. I was noticing that on Sunday mornings, after not having caffeine for about 36 hours or so, I was suffering from pretty big headaches. So it was at that point I started trying to cut the coffee out. Sokane. Oh, that was like... that must have been like 4 or 5 months ago that was happening. I'm not having the issue right now, and I haven't had it really in a long time. In fact, I've been trying to avoid coffee in the mornings. Mostly I'm just doing melatonin at night so that I can get a little bit better sleep to start with. Who the heck unfollowed me on Twitter, you fiend? Well, if it's not a name I see missing from my list, I won't know who it is. Also, your model is really well made. Well, I will immediately hop to it. I will never skip out on a chance to shill Art Dad here. Followed by 5 others, or 3 others you follow. Art Dad, I will plug him right here. He did both the art and the rigging. And he gets around. He's responsible for a lot of VTubers you've seen around. Probably the most famous one I can immediately remember off the top of my head was, Randon. One of the orc VTubers that started in about February or so. Funny enough, I was in line 1 before him. Or 1 after. I actually was there for Randon's, debut stream, back when he had only about 50 subscribers or so. And I've been following him ever since. I hope to at least have some chance to talk to him someday, but from starting around the same time, allegedly, and having a number of intersections between us, having the same art dad, and, well, generally being male VTubers in millennial ages, I'm hoping I have some stuff to learn from him. Unfortunately, I'm a lot less extroversive than he is, and extrovertive. And I haven't paid much attention to my Reddit or TikTok accounts, which is what he said is one way he actually got bigger. Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch have algorithms that will bury you. Reddit has a pretty responsible sort by newest algorithm, as well as TikTok being pretty easy to grow on. I'm hoping to sit down and brainstorm some little skits to do with the VTuber model at some point, but I'd like to make something as interesting as possible. Don't have much appeal personally for the usual debut that you see a lot of VTubers do, where they'll just wiggle their model around a little bit on camera. Maybe say a word, maybe say nothing. Those posts do tend to get quite a bit of attention. Just sitting here and making friends. I am too. Sin, I started my streaming actually with Guilty Gear Strive's release, and for the most part I've been isolated and haven't been associating with people enough as I should have. I didn't even know there was a VFGC until about September or so. That's how to get real followers, at least you. Yeah, I'm actually feeling a lot better about the VTubing stuff as of about a month ago. Things have been really picking up for me, and I'm getting a lot more inspiration on my own end to try to put out some other content myself. Gotta find the time for it, though. But I'll start doing stuff on Reddit and TikTok as well, trying to expand everywhere that I can get some sort of following. As well, I mean, I have been talking to the VFGC this week, and that's really been the first time I've been paying much attention to it. You could just stream on TikTok. Can I even do that on here? Stream. It's not gonna let me look at the different servers. I didn't even know that TikTok had streaming services. Oh, well, I'm doing this through Restream anyway. Actually, that's something I always wondered. Is the Restream watermark even showing? In the VFGC as well. Aren't you, hold on. Usagi, that was right, wasn't it? Oh, no! That's Sheikah. I was thinking about the wrong person. My bad. I thought it was, oh, who was it? Usagi actually showed up about the same time you did and followed me. No, still Sheikah. Alright, I don't think... When was that? Because I don't remember following you back, but I did it. Wonderful, my apologies. Absolute pleasure to meet you. I'll follow that Twitch real quick. If ever we were on at the same time. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, a Monster Girl tier list. I'll have to look at that one. There we go. Followed. Yep, still got a lot of friends streaming at the same time. I might have to find, Chim's Pokemon stream shortly. Followed by a number of other VTubers that I'm following. Noted. Well, glad to finally reach out to the FGC more and talk to you guys. Playing Gunvolt Strive and then the tier list came up. I might give that a look. Monster Girls are... And don't spread the word because I'm trying the best I can to be say-so. Even though I am prone to swearing occasionally, I'm trying not to be a horny VTuber whatsoever if I can help it. But I am very fond of Monster Girls. Don't worry, I'll be hiding these VODs in a while. I'm thinking eventually once I am comfortable with my editing skills, I will do a formal debut with karaoke night or whatever. But that's a long time from now. Skip a bit if you want to see that. Still need to make 2 or 3 episodes more. I'll try to see if I'm online at the time. I've mostly been checking out Twitch after my own streams and seeing if I can pop in on any friends. Ooh, Toto's playing Borderlands. I still keep needing to make sure to invade those. Rating all to... Oh! The Monster Girl Encyclopedia! It's been a long... how's it been? It feels like it's been 5 years since I looked at that. That was a long time ago. But yeah, don't tell anyone. Although you can probably expect that from a mad scientist anyway. Take a drink. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no arguments to be had there. Hot take, I actually like them for the character design perspective. I've mentioned a number of times on this chat that I do have some amateur game dev experience, and game dev is something I'm looking to do in the future. As well as between that and fighting games, character design in general is something I'm very invested in, and that's actually, if you'd believe me, the number one reason why I'm interested in Monster Girl related things, because it has a lot of opportunities to mend different concepts together. It's chat dictated. You learned lots. Oh boy. Learned lots of things. Pardon my lack of fluency in emoji text, but is that supposed to use... No cap, Z. No cap, I promise. No one's gonna believe it. Oh, wow. The rigging died for a moment there. Yeah, no one's gonna believe me. Xander wants to get to drawing again soon. I missed those couple of art streams that I did. Even though they weren't much. They were on a similar note for, Rivals of Aether, that's what it was. I was focusing on trying to get stuff prepared for a Rivals of Aether. Wow, that was 2 months ago. And I still haven't done any work on it. Been caught up in doing all the other streaming stuff. Blaze Penguin, so you're rating them based on how arrestable they are. Completely, totally say so. Yeah, I'll believe it. That's been a lot of stuff in those 2 months. That's actually why I'm trying to get things like Noida, Control, and Halo out of the way, because those are the biggest things occupying time on my channel right now. I actually don't even know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. On the Discord, we have 1 vote for Terraria, I think. Yeah, I need to set up the roles there. I need to do more work on that stuff. I've been doing a CE campaign for about a month now. Yeah, about a month now. I did my first one drunk, getting through the first 3 levels. And yesterday was actually a stream of 2 betrayals. The entire stream, just over 2 hours being that one level. And it was Monday night I actually played with Sarina on Infinite. I'm always looking for more opportunities to play Infinite, and I left that up as one of the options in the Xander University Discord. But no one's voting for it. Only vote so far has been Terraria. I was hoping to be able to get out of the way all of the Halo stuff before Infinite's release, but doesn't look like that's happening. Seems I've picked up a fan base for quirky indie RPGs. After all, Deltarune got a lot of popularity in a small amount of time. Although Noida has been the majority of my streaming for about 2 months since I picked it up. Wow, 3 months. But yeah, on my list of things to do is Halo 2 and Halo 3 campaigns. I've been doing CE Legendary solo. Not with any skulls on. I really don't think I can handle that. And I'm definitely not playing Halo 2 solo on Legendary, so still looking for a collab opportunity with that. Been talking to one of my associates, who I will plug here in a moment. Where is he? Where's my boy? I have a lot of boys. Dr. Cave here. He does not do any... You know, I'm kind of in between 2 worlds here. I'm stuck trying to follow all the science VTubers I can, and then there's all the FGC stuff, so that's where the half of my follower count both going in and out comes from. In fact, that actually might be where I am tomorrow. I'll plug my boy here. I thought about possibly doing Halo 2 with this guy, since he's currently the VTuber I speak the most with. He's mostly streaming Yakuza right now. I know he doesn't do fighting games. Or shooters for that matter, but he's willing to pick up whatever. Yeah, it's pretty much been only Yakuza for the longest time. Yeah, I like him. Hop in on his streams whenever he's still streaming after mine are done, which is actually pretty often. He usually starts a little bit later. Nanotechnology, hope that doesn't turn into a Grey Goose scenario. I might end up having a talking stream with him at some point. Funny enough, there's actually a number of other science VTubers which are doing a collaboration tomorrow. I might not even stream if I'm showing up there instead. Who knows? Still have no idea. I might do another stream 2 hours before or 2 hours afterwards, just to dodge that. And have a chance to show up in that little gathering going on. Yeah, I have to be there. Might end up being a surprise stream if I do anything tomorrow. I'll announce something in the afternoon, which will probably just be me saying, hey, don't know what I'm doing. Q&A. I'm looking forward to it, but as it stands, I don't have very many people showing up to my streams, so that's why I've held off on a lot of the just chatting or Q&A sort of things, because I didn't expect anyone to be showing up. Most popular stream so far was Terraria from about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 12 days. That one got a lot of views and 8 subscribers in just a single night. I'm amazed. Also, just about nothing ever happens on Twitch. I don't usually ever see people showing up to those. Or, I've gotten a few Twitch views, but generally, let's see. Creator dashboard. Let's look at my follower count. Follower list. Yeah, I've had a few people who've showed up here from both YouTube and everywhere else, but people aren't usually showing up to the Twitch streams themselves. I usually have someone showing up for just a little bit of time whenever I'm doing my stream. Usually I'll have someone that I'll play a few sets with online on the ranked ladder, and they'll show up in either Twitch or YouTube. As you see, my name with the CH is branded like a YouTube channel, somewhat after Hololive, so mostly I have people showing up to YouTube. Usually it was Noida that got the Twitch stream, and even then it was just that one raid that one time. Twitch was just so I could get some sort of integration happening there. I don't know how to actually get people showing up. I think for the most part, my streams are being buried by the algorithm, and that's it. So I've had a little bit of success with talking to people over these past couple of weeks, speaking with the VFGC a bit. Yeah, 2 weeks. That was when the tournament started, and it was after that point that I started reaching out a lot more. Learned some names from that tournament, and started trying to talk to people. Overall, it seems I have quite a few people recognizing me so far. Who the heck followed me? Ah, I don't recognize you. That is a lot of talking. In terms of health, I can at least brag that I drink like 5 or 6 glasses of water a day, which is better than most gamers. Just keep doing what you're doing and you will grow. I agree with that sentiment, although I handle all of my issues with a healthy dose of skepticism. And that is, I do actually keep a lot of attention. I have a very high amount of average view time. I think it actually shows up to about, from YouTube's metrics, averaging about 20 to 30 minutes. Oh. Yesterday's stream was actually an average view duration of 50 minutes, which is incredible. Let's see, analytics. Let's crunch some numbers here real quick. Engagement. Or reach, let's see. Impressions is going up, so YouTube is recommending me more. Impressions click-through rate stands at 4%, which it always is, basically. More views, unique viewers is the same. Seems a lot of people tend to miss your streams whenever you look, which means that your schedule is either too early or too late. I try to stream about prime time and it seems like I'm not getting too much traction. A little bit. I got some people showing up for, let's see, what actually garnered a relatively decent amount of attention. For what I remember historically, this is no longer a Guilty Gear stream, this is a Just Chatting stream. Oh, well, hold on. While I'm here, I might as well update the... Yeah, that's probably muted. Strive lobbies. There, in case anyone actually sees it and decides to show up on Twitch. Out of the hundreds of people actually watching Strive right now. I find it funny that so many people actually stopped watching Melty Blood so soon after its release. Strive's going strong. I'm impressed. Most views I got were Terraria, which both times got a lot of people showing up. I had about 2 people show up for... what was it? The Rivals of Aether streams that I did, which, to this date, are some of my favorites. Actually had 2 new people show up, but I'm wanting to get into doing the actual development process of that, which I might leave that on the list soon. Don't have too many people paying attention to those, though, and the people who showed up for the streams have not been back since. Dead Cells to date is my most unsuccessful stream because basically no one new shows up for those at all, ever. Got 1 people who showed up for about a week for Psychonauts. Had a surprising number of people show up a bit for the Guilty Gear streams way back when, and they did subscribe, but most of them aren't returning viewers. Except Z here, thank you. There's another guy who actually just likes all of my tweets, and I know he's shown up a few times to return to some streams. I will definitely have to do to Guilty Gear a lot more to get people showing up here. Noida basically never pulls in any new viewers either, but if someone's already here, it does a very good job of retaining people. And there was that one time that I was rated on Twitch for it and got a lot of Twitch followers, but that was it. I think Control got 2 noob subscribers, but I don't remember anyone talking in the chat. Same thing with Halo. I did get a little bit of conversation about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was probably my best streaming week. Got a couple new people showing up there. But for the most part, thank you Z for your returns to all my streams regularly. There's also James who showed up for Noida's stream and has been here for everything that's been not an action game since. Yeah, I've had moderate... Yeah, you like Noida. Everyone does! It just never pulls in any new viewers. That's... heck, that might even be my best content. I know Kayla has told me off-stream that it's her absolute favorite. People aren't joking when they say it's mostly luck. It is entirely mostly luck, and that's actually one of the things that got me started with it, was realizing... Actually, it's what's got me on doing a lot of things more, was just the understanding that it's not a meritocracy, and it is really just luck. But you can bend the chances a little bit. Just a little bit. Watching Noida makes you feel disengaged. Describe that one to me. I'd actually like an explanation for that. I do spend a lot of time talking about the magic and wand mechanics when I get to playing it myself. So I try to make it a point. Lo and behold, the science VTuber who calls himself a professor and gets somewhat a bit of a teacher theme as well. I try to explain the intricate mechanics of every game I get to playing. Wow, I am going to go through a lot of glasses of water tonight. I can definitely understand the disengagement from Noida. It's a little weird, but now I think about it. Definitely because it is a roguelike that mostly the streamer is doing, and there's a little bit of voting you can do to influence it, but for the most part it is just one-sided. Noida has the kind of vibe of being a streamer game, and it's blatantly obvious. Yeah, any game that comes with Twitch integration is very obviously a streamer bait game. Just for a moment. Don't drink too much. I don't. Oh, I'm not doing alcohol. It's just water, and I don't think there's any issue there. Lobby's gone down. Why don't we put on some tunes in the background? Any song requests from the audience? I'm only going to be playing music from the game itself. Doesn't seem cool if all of your cool stuff comes from luck. The actual reason I started doing VTubing was just to develop a better work ethic and a bit better self-confidence, which it has done both. I am a little late to my own streams sometimes by a few minutes, but step one is, for the longest time, I keep trying to guilt trip myself into making the actual stream assets. I don't have an intro, or an outro, or, as you see, an overlay. It's... well, you do see the little background, and this I actually drew myself. The colors could use a bit of work, but all those vectors I doodled myself. Sure, it's funny if the streamer's suffering, but they gotta look like they're genuine in it, and pain gets boring after a while. That's actually why I'm never really doing any horror streams, or why I'm not interested in doing horror streams. In fact, I wasn't interested in streamer culture at all before VTubing happened. Likewise, I felt like a lot of streaming was disingenuous, and from being on the other side of the mirror, I can understand why. There is sort of a... very big internal pressure from seeing those numbers and trying to see if you can get some more attention on here. Broham, for you, it's not luck that gets you into it, it's a possibility of combinations of spells. Too much water is bad on your kidneys. I don't think 6 or 7 glasses is gonna kill me. What's the recommended amount a day, anyway? $15.5 cups, or... really? I find that hard to believe. 3.7 liters. Hell, I've barely touched 1 at this point, so... might not be too much of an issue here. A lot of VTubers I follow have that hydrate emote. I don't need one. I'm an autonomous water drinking machine. 3.7 liters. That's about 8 glasses. Drink gallons a day for reasons. Everyone should. Well, I don't imagine we'll be talking for like another 2 hours, so it shouldn't be that bad for me anyway. Where were we? Talking about streamer metrics. That's right. Too much of anything is bad. Absolutely. I'm debating not even doing a stream tomorrow for that reason. It's been a stream all five days this week so far. So far, my impressions and views are both going up. My click-through rate hovers at a very solid 4%. Well, actually... no, it's even better than that. It's about 6 to 8% on days I'm actually streaming, so it looks like, for the most part, I'm just not showing up enough in the algorithm, and that's really it. 25% of your total traffic through people searching for Terraria. Then a lot for Noida. Halo. Funny enough, because of that Melty Blood stream name, I'm getting quite a few people showing up for searching for Honest Mids Michael. That was pretty funny. Watch time going up, average view duration also going up, so I guess people are interested in the streams. I've been doing them for roughly like 3 hours each time instead of 2 hours as well. That's a lot of stuff going on. Audience. Returning. Oh! Hold on there. Returning viewers. Over the past month, that says 24. Wow. It was 17 last time I checked a couple of weeks ago. Wow, maybe I am growing. I'm also seeing a lot of views showing up on these videos after they happen. There were about 8 more views on Deltarune since I streamed that, so people are looking. Yes, I am growing. Slowly, but it is also exponential. So it starts out exceptionally slow and it will just get faster as time goes on. Xander movie coming soon. Animation is another thing I'm actually very interested in, and I'm thinking at some point I might try to take a look at working on my own 3D model, maybe in Vroid, or maybe just entirely in Blender. Those are all skills I want to learn itself. I kind of want to learn every little bit of the game design process. Real quick, do we have any music requests? I'll just leave this on in the background. Especially since this is playing in my ears, I'd like you all to hear what I'm hearing as well, instead of the completely blank and silent no BGM Xander going on here. Which, that's another thing. I'm wanting to do music composition eventually. Mentioned that a few times. Do I do it? No, it's not plugged in. I picked up an instrument since I started. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I started streaming in about mid-June when this game came out, and then... oh, what was it? Mid-September, I actually picked up the bass. I haven't done much with it at all, but I'm learning the basics. The basics. So you're not into Unity. I've never had much of a reason to use it so far. My game dev ideas actually ascribe mostly to two-dimensional stuff. I don't have anything on my list which would require using Unity. Game Maker Studio is actually what I'm most familiar with. Unity is a game engine specifically as well. I'm wanting to focus on Blender, maybe to start doing something with Unity eventually. There's a lot of stuff it's capable of, but as I've mentioned, my game dev stuff would be sort of in the Metroidvania or fighting game areas. Kinda counting on your end for your funding limits for those assets. Only no drums. Learning guitar. Well, we'll all learn something together. That is something I'm wanting to focus on eventually is... once I get music theory done, do another thing I can teach. As it stands, voice crack. As it stands, I can teach computer science. I also teach a number of fighting game mechanics and miscellaneous little trivia things going on during stream, but so far that's it. Once I learn music theory, I want to teach that as well as art and everything. I want to eventually be a teacher VTuber sometime. More formally, once I actually have an audience showing up for it. As for the concurrent viewers, it usually hovers around 4, 5 that show up for about every stream. Thank you for everyone who does. You know, I haven't really listened to the Isuka tracks in a long time. Where's my boy? Oh, wait, does it even have the... okay, it has the title at the bottom, user. Music theory is a bitch, absolutely. I think I have every music, don't I? No, I don't. Well then. Seems I do have quite a few missing. Does that mean that Slayer's theme is hidden up in here? Wow, I haven't unlocked Fuga. That's exceptional. For someone who used to be an Anji main. Don't have Sky should be high either. That's also important. Lots of teaching stuff happen in the future. Very well, I'll just sit here and fish. But it has been a little bit exponential. Yeah, it is mostly luck, so... I dived into the whole streaming thing mostly out of just getting the work ethic out of it, and a little bit of self-confidence. I've had, and I'm going to keep saying this a lot of times, but I've had a lot of people compliment my voice specifically, which I have been working. Did you finish the story? I have not yet watched the Guilty Gear Strive story. In fact, I actually have plans to do that with a friend. We should do that soon. Whenever he he decides he's going to looking at you, bro, hang out again. You yeeted yourself in there because people say you'd make a good fit. It feels way different. Streaming is a lot different from than what I expected it to be. But I have a lot of people showing up for it, which really has done a lot of wonders for my self-confidence. I imagine it's the same for me as it has been for everyone here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the last 2 years of a certain undisclosed global crisis going on has worn on a lot of people's mental health. Same here. So, this has done a lot of work to actually get my self-confidence back up. As well, I'm meeting new people, which is another reason I did start this, trying to see if I could reach out to other fighting game VTubers. And I found there were way more in a much deeper rabbit hole than I ever would have imagined. You know, that is a double-sized glass, so maybe I am getting more. Terrified to message them in Twitter on anywhere. Okay, this is something I need to say on Twitter as well. Even though no one will see it because the algorithm is currently burying me. But probably the biggest laugh I've had was when I was plotting on starting VTubing around last October. It's been about a year since I made been more than a year since I made the decision. It was actually after Hololive English's debut, and their quick and immediate success even passed a lot of the Japanese viewers. That made me think, okay, maybe I can pull this off. I thought VTubing initially, I was watching it towards the end of 2019, and I thought it was mostly a Japanese niche because I hadn't even heard of an English VTubing crowd. Turns out I'd just never been exposed to them, really. I already forgot what part of that I was going on. Just pray you kind of get into a VC with them. I need to work on the Xander Discord, and then I might just get some stuff hosted in there. As well, anytime. I'm interested in a formal collaboration if you're open to show up on, say, the VFGC Discord. Maybe not tonight, as I am slowly running out of talking steam from keeping this up for 2 hours so far. But one of the biggest things I did think to myself towards the start of my VTuber arc about a year ago was, hey, I am an introvert, but I am very good at pretending not to be one. Even though first impressions are difficult, I have had a lot of instances of trying to message someone first on Twitter. A lot of the people that show up or a lot of people that I follow or follow me, or people that I imagine would have a lot of similarities with, say, other FGC VTubers or other science boys, I message them. And what absolutely killed my confidence was when half of them didn't even message back. The thing that Xander did not account for is that introversion goes 2 ways. I can try to make friends with introverts as much as I can. I can be so incredibly outgoing to them as much as I want. But they have to reciprocate. And a lot of them don't. So trying to message people on Twitter has not gotten nearly the mileage I wanted. And as such, I don't go on following raids as much as I should. Though I should really just follow everyone I recognize in the FGC. That's what I've been doing over the past week, and I've gotten about, I think, 12 followers out of it. Just mutuals going back and forth with following other FGC VTubers I can. Yeah, it's been quite a bit in a short amount of time. I spent yesterday night after the Halo stream. I was there for Leviathan's Little Bunny stream. Okay, shilling time, I'm never going to give up on this. First thing to know about VTubers. And eventually when I have a sort of how to grow as a streamer tutorial. First thing to know about VTubers is that your audience is mostly other VTubers. So, to Sheikah here at least, I'm going to plug my absolute best friend in the world. Leviathan here, I actually have known before I started the streaming stuff, and she debuted about 3 weeks ago doing MechWarrior Online. She does not play fighting games, unfortunately, but she is very comfy. So, she was actually streaming after I was yesterday, so I chilled there for a little bit, but I actually went to Proxy. I don't know if you recognize Proxy, Sheikah. I'm trying to get her into Strive, and she is an absolute Ramlethal simp. In fact, she actually likes, she likes Grand Blue a lot, and so do I. We actually played that game, Proxy SQ. That's whose stream I went to. The, Space Outlaw, I believe. Yeah, I was in her stream pretty much all of last night. She was the Eno I fought on the tournament. Knocked her out of the bracket. And so she definitely recognized my name for that. Shame, I was hoping we'd have more people showing up, but then again, we've gone this entire time mostly just having matches between you and myself, Sheikah. Were you in that... voice crack. I gotta practice my higher end of my voice register. Were you in that Guilty Gear tourney at all? I'll have to look at that challenge bracket again. Make sure that I'm looking up because I know my rigging usually tends to die. Assumed it's NA locked. Huh. I definitely didn't have any connection issues that entire time. Let's see. Is there a challenge link? Challenge link. See if there's anyone here I recognize not being from... Well, let's see. Zen was in there. I think he was also in a... Maybe. Canada. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't recognize anyone on here who I don't also know as NA. I think everyone that... Yeah, everyone I do recognize on here is also NA. Darn. That was really big and that was a very fun stream. That's probably my favorite stream to date. 200 ping is not good for a tourney. You can try next round. I had enough fun regardless, even if you go 0-2, which I think you could very reliably go 3-2. That's the score I got in that tournament. Fought Zen just recently. I'm looking forward to it. I've actually been seeing his name a lot in all the other FGC VTuber Twitch chats I've been in, so I followed him recently. I need to actually tune into his streams to remember how it's pronounced. I think it's Chim, or is it Chim? He the tourneys you went in and got slapped. You have a very solid chip, but then again, it might be mostly the matchup carrying you in this case. I think it's very reliable, and I think there's some potential. I do notice a lot of the same block strings over and over again, and not enough strike-throw mix-ups, which I think that would actually be the biggest thing I'd like to see you focus on, is command grab mix-ups or even just regular throw mix-ups. Most of the time I can sit there complacently and block. I am still getting hit by the frame traps, and that might mostly be just you compensating for the Gold Lewis matchup, as all of his normals are generally pretty stubby, so it's a case of trying to get a frame trap in there and mostly to shut him down. Yeah, Cheem is actually the guy who knocked me out of the bracket. I went 0-2 against him pretty cleanly. But I also take about 6 matches to actually start downloading someone, or to get into the proper mindset, and that is probably my biggest weakness. 1 is generally being impatient, and 2 is not adapting to people quickly enough. I do recognize a lot of patterns that people make, but I don't compensate for it quickly enough. You've only won at 3 occasions on him. What was it? He was streaming Guilty Gear a couple nights ago. I can't remember why he didn't show up for that one. But I wanted to go in and get some revenge. I think that was actually on a streaming night, and I was already extremely exhausted. Plus 12 subscribers this past month, and that was mostly due to Terraria. Yeah, as it stands, Terraria is still the most successful content on my channel. The pressure is tight as fuck. The problem is your lack of discipline. It is very airtight, and I'm seeing very few opportunities to get some sort of, reversals, DPs, pressure disrespect. Definitely. Well, there was that one time you accidentally input a command grab. I need to see if I can practice on some option selects that might actually earn me a way to win off of a safe jump. Something that will reliably get me an attack if they block, or I'm going to end up pressing a button during block stun if they did happen to DP. So that's more number crunching for me to do sometime. Also, what the heck is with YouTube? It currently says, or really both Twitch and YouTube, it says I currently have 0 viewers on YouTube, but I know that's not true. It does that a lot too as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pay attention to as many Guilty Gear streams as I can and just invade other people's streams for some friendly sets. That will be what gets me started, because I've had a number of people say, hey, it's very weird that you're not bigger yet, and truth be told, it is entirely luck. I did that one Terraria stream and got 6 subscribers on it. The second one got 0, and basically no one showing up to it, so it was just luck that I did Terraria at that one night that people would show up for it. Official Hydro homie Xander. Hold on. Which button is it? That's not it. Was it the little star icon? Ah, there it is. It's the emote list. Hold on. Really, there's no glass of water. Oh wait, they're listed under beverage. There we go. There we go. Actually, no, I think you guys want the laugh from this. What was it? I forget how you delete those items. I'll just set that down here and look at the manual later. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta look straight ahead and do this. There we go. Hydrated Xander. Southeast Asia in general, very different breed of people. Those guys are something else when it Those guys are something else when it comes to fighting games. I have a lot of water's catching up to me. I have a lot of Southeast Asian friends that are into fighting games, but only one of them I fought. And that wasn't really... That was kind of one-sided. I'll definitely have to check out a lot more Southeast Asian fighting game players. You came in only with the intent of streaming for friends. What I am finding is that the VTuber community in general is pretty tightly knit in a number of circles. Usually if you start making friends with one person, you'll start making friends with all of their friends. And the algorithm usually keeps a lot of people separate from each other. That science collaboration that I mentioned happening tomorrow, heck, that... I didn't even know half the people in there. And I've been looking around since about August, trying to see if I could find every science VTuber on Twitter. Hi, Xander. Perfect. I love it. But the VFGC actually seems to be very tightly knit because I see a lot of the exact same names showing up in every single one of these Twitch streams. So if there's someone I see multiple times, I look up their Twitter, and if they're a VTuber, I follow them. So I've been participating in a lot of other VTuber Twitch streams this week, which, go ahead and look around, you might find me. Last night I was in Proxy SQ's chat, and we were doing lots of Jackbox and... what was it? Jackbox and Pokemon Showdown. That was a blast. We're at the point in which I'm getting mostly fish, huh? I hope to get better. I'm not nearly as concerned with trying to find my way onto Celestial anymore because of the mathematical difficulty of that. I'm not playing Soul Bad Guy, so I'm not carried by my character, and I can't just accidentally get a win streak in Celestial. Every single win has to be incredibly deliberate, and, need I say, my character is the only honest character in Guilty Gear Strive. Blah 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 blah. I don't care too much about Celestial anymore, but I'm still trying to find better people to fight. Usually I'll start picking up steam if I fight the right people, rather than getting complacent and being able to do all the same tricks if I'm fighting people worse than me in Floor 10. Strictly a Floor 10.5 fighter here, basically. So, I'll try to see if I can find a lot of the better fighting game VTubers in the VFGC, and fight them specifically whenever they're streaming Strive. I really hope Strive isn't going to lose its steam for a long time, which... I guess I need to keep looking more to see if there's enough VTubers still streaming this game frequently enough. it will probably pick up a lot back when, Happy Chaos has his release at the end of this month. When Johnny kicks in, everyone's coming back. I'm looking forward to it. And you can probably guess I have a huge love for high execution, punishing high damage characters. I'm waiting on Slayer to come back since I don't think Heian is happening anytime soon. Or possibly ever. Heian also has a pretty simple game plan, let's be honest. I don't know if I'll drop Gold Lewis. I'm really liking a lot of his stuff, but Johnny and Slayer are two characters I would be willing to drop Gold Lewis for. But if Heian comes back, I'm dropping everyone else because I need Heian. Finally get your dosage of coin pressure. I can't hold all these plus frames. Me being a Gold Lewis main, you know how I feel about plus frames. Heck, and all those fancy wall bounce combos, which is really why I picked up Heian, was for all the fancy wall bounces. Johnny's got them too. If I actually had more people to play with, I would have been picking up Johnny myself. It's only been recently that Xander's actually been able to play online. Xander grew up out in the country. I reiterate this a lot, but Sheikah is new to the channel, so he doesn't know yet. Back when I had Exard, hope they bring back the plus R level 3 instead of the Exard level 3. It was wall stick on Exard. I can't remember what's different in plus R for his level 3s. Because Accent Core didn't have wall sticks. At least I don't think it did. Describe that one to me. I actually started out trying to play Johnny in Accent Core before. Was an instant damage confirm. Well, wonderful. Glad to know that. Tack that onto any combo and be just fine. But it was, I'd say about 2019 where I actually started having the internet to do this stuff online. When Exard was popular, I didn't have the internet to abuse it. So, this is basically my first foray into the FGC myself. Level 2 is more damaging, but did you want to risk it? Constant confirmed damage is better than risky damage, unless you're just absolutely feeling it and you need to go for the Twitter combo. Well, finally wore down my money. Did I get any songs I was looking for? Still missing quite a few then, it seems. I think I got Sky. Yeah, I got Sky Should Be High. That's important. What's also important is Fuga. Did I pick that? Got Fuga. Good. Way to secure around from chip damage. Again, Gold Loose knows everything about chip damage. Break a spell I can do without. Looks like I still got some fishing to do. Yeah, only missing 3 songs. And I don't care for Juna. I actually like Diva a lot, but I'm probably never going to use that. Guess I have every song that I would be looking for. You know, I haven't actually looked at these. Just unlocked these today, too. Huh. They originally had an idea of him holding a giant missile, possibly? Or maybe that's just the look at his figure itself. Love his face. There's the coffin concept art. Cute. Love it. Anyone down for some more sets, or are we gonna keep talking? If not, I am still a little thirsty for battle. I might do a couple of online matches. Fun stream, great stream. I love getting a chance to talk. Suppose I should update that lobby code. Create your own. JYHK3W. This stream was indeed a big W. Entry character. I need to change it to my song. Now I can't lose. Alright, bathroom break real quick, and I'll be right back. And Prodigal Son makes his return. Well hydrated. Not up for a match then, Sheikah? Definitely is that sort of late time in the night. I'll be honest, I didn't know what unclear meant in this context. Let's go ahead and give it a bit more lab time and a couple matches online before we wind down. I should look into the texture mods, give Gold Lewis a good ol' Xander set of colors. I've been doing better against Kai lately, but I definitely need to work more on my throw teching. Here we go. Or not. Oh yeah, that is entirely practical. Oh boy. Faust is another matchup I really need to focus on. It really just requires a lot more patience from me. And more 862s in the air. Most important thing to know is I have no winning option from round start. Do you have any pets? I have a lovable little cat who actually did show up on a lot of my previous streams, but I've done my best to try to keep him under control, because he is very disruptive to them. Drone. And now we get a chance to make our chance. Or, well... make our comeback. Ah, the cross-up. Or maybe I jumped. Good round. Good round. And that is why I should have safe jumped instead of setting up for a late 5k. Though 5k would have caught it. Also irresponsible. You know, minigun doesn't really work in this matchup under any circumstances. Fun! Although, given that it's mostly neutral, I do like that a bit more than, say, Axel. The cat failed a rematch. Oh, come on! How am I supposed to get experience like this? No. I am not in the mood to fight an Axel right now. Nope. I am not fighting Axel. Does need a bit more spacing on that. Cat reveal happens at 10k. He actually does show up on a number of the old Oblivion streams, I think. Because that was back when I was in my old apartment and wasn't doing too much to keep him out. My old apartment was a studio, so I had no doors to lock him up with. Right here, though, now I have actually moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, and I do have a way to keep him out, most of the time. Okay, riddle me this. The entire time I was in that studio apartment, he never had any fleas. I had them cleaned out from him a long time ago. he didn't have fleas that entire time. Somehow, he managed to get them in this apartment, and we're on the 3rd floor. Which means that somehow a flea hitched a ride from outside up 2 flights of stairs and into this apartment. And that's how it's done. He actually has the timing on that Hammerfall breakdown pretty well. Not quite there. Ooh, this is a fun one. Alright, I really should just block at that distance. The backdash isn't going to happen. I don't even know what I'm backdashing. He's not close enough for that grab.
Duel 1. Let's rock. Get a load of this.
Ah, good 6p. I thought that was supposed to be 5B in there. It's really hard to tell when that Guard Crush expires. Thought you were streaming. Kind of forgot anything besides Blue Archive exists. Having fun. I remember that was your stream for yesterday. I don't know what sort of fancy schmicks I was trying there. Got him. Oh, really? Ah, he's a heavyweight. Makes sense. This is probably my favorite matchup in the game, Gold Lewis versus Potemkin. Yeah, Slide Head is kind of a pain. And we're gonna punish him for doing it so much. That's what I'm trying to backdash from. Ah, the armor. Nice. Messing up my inputs, I see. And I did input a backdash there. I guess I really am just tired enough that my inputs aren't working. His shoulder also does not have a hurt box on that, by the way. The hurt box for Garuda Impact starts roughly at his right pectoral. Like, hold on. Yeah, let's see, whatever. Let's try that. I didn't get enough of a chance to see that there. That distance works, but... yeah, see? That 5p whiffed. See if we can catch it. Or not. So yeah, point being, it's actually deceptive how far his hurt box is pulled back when he uses Garuda. You're supposed to interrupt it because of its large startup time, but I don't think Gold Lewis's normals actually reach far enough for that. Let's get this train rolling. Welcome, by the way, Leviathan. I don't know if I gave you the formal welcome wagon yet. Oh, no, you don't. Hard read. I'm a little impatient trying to get in on him. Also, why the water bottle on the head? Because I'm being very well hydrated. I'm Hydrander, don't you recognize me? He is waiting for it. That was a failed attempt to grab me. Not your turn yet. Can't hold all these plus frames. So yes, I am being well hydrated tonight. This has actually been mostly a talking stream so far. Garuda is kind of annoying. I guess I do just have to keep blocking it, don't I? This is also why I need to practice my safe jumps instead. Because that's a much better option to start with than all this nonsense. He never uses 2P. When you FD, but it just registers a button input instead. I hit my burst, or well, yeah. I'm definitely not in the case where I should be fighting tonight because I'm messing up a lot of my execution. Xander's definitely tired. Alright. I think it'll just be this Potemkin set and then it's time to get off. Yeah, because I'm missing a lot of my FD attempts as well. I think I can hit him out of the 6K there, possibly. Yeah, that's me trying to hit the FD button. Yet it keeps happening like that for some reason. Yeah, my execution's failing too much. It's not gonna be any more matches tonight.
Proceed with the next mission.
Haha. Well, it's been a wonderful time having conversations here. Actually enjoyed the talking half of the stream a lot more than the play. Well, no, I can't say that now. Sheikah, your chip is absolutely wonderful and has potential. I'd like to actually see you around more. We do have a Discord. It's currently still under construction, but I will be taking the time to get a pings roll ready since it should be a lot easier to tell if someone is here looking for a match. No, I'm sorry. I should probably pause the matchmaking. But, where was I? See, I already forgot where I was because, that Potemkin asked for another rematch. It was still in the menu there. Good night, Z. Thank you very much for showing up. Z, Broham, Leviathan, Sheikah, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been an absolutely wonderful stream. I might not even do one tomorrow, who knows? It depends. I think I actually might just call it a day to relax and see about hopping in on that scientist collab that a number of other VTubers are doing tomorrow. Next week will also be light on streaming as it is Thanksgiving week, so expect me to try to finish Halo earlier on Monday or Tuesday, and then probably another Control stream because I like that game too. Hopefully by the start or beginning middle of December, we'll be able to get through a lot of our other games and open up more time for fighting games and more variety streams, instead of having to do all the story or timeline related things so much. You've all been a wonderful class, even though I say audience too much. I should start saying class more, shouldn't I? Class is dismissed. Thank you very much. I'm gonna work on the safe jumps. And I just noticed I still had my little panel showing there the entire time. How do I get rid of these? How do I get rid of these darn things? No. That moves Xander. Yeah, I'll figure it out one of these nights. Thank you.